Because attraction is usually quieter than people think. Not louder, not dramatic, not obvious, just closer. A little too close in a group conversation, a little too present when she has no real reason to be there, a little too comfortable staying inside your space without rushing to leave it. Most men miss this because they're looking for performance. Big signals, flirting, compliments, some movie scene moment where she basically announces it. But real interest rarely enters like that. It lingers. That's the part most people misunderstand. They think attraction is about what she says. It's not first. First, it's where she places herself. Because people naturally move toward what feels good to them. They protect their attention, their time, their body, their energy. So when a woman keeps choosing proximity, physical or emotional, that choice matters. More than the words. If she stays close, she's telling you something. Not always consciously, but truth doesn't need permission to leak out. And attraction leaks through behavior long before it becomes language. You'll see it in small moments. She could stand anywhere. She stands near you. She could leave after the conversation ends. She doesn't. She could drift back to her friends. Somehow, she circles back. She keeps the interaction alive without making it obvious she's doing it. That's not random. People don't hover around what they feel nothing for. And no, this doesn't mean every woman who exists near you is secretly obsessed. That's where guys ruin their own judgment. Closeness alone is not the signal. Chosen closeness is. That's the difference. Was the situation forcing her to be near you? Or did she keep finding reasons to remain there when she could have created distance? That question changes everything. Because attraction is rarely in the first approach. It's in the return. Anybody can end up beside you once. Interest shows up when she keeps ending up there. Again, and again, and again. Maybe she asks something small she could have asked anyone else. Maybe she reacts to your comments faster than she reacts to the room. Maybe when the conversation opens up, her body stays angled toward you, even when her words are shared with everyone. That matters. The body is usually more honest than the mouth, especially early on. When a woman likes you, she often won't risk direct exposure right away. She won't hand you certainty. She'll hand you opportunity. A window. A small one. And if you're paying attention, you'll notice she's not making it hard for you to step through it. That's another sign men ignore. A woman who's interested doesn't just stay close. She makes closeness easy. No unnecessary resistance, no coldness, no need for you to drag the interaction forward by yourself. There's a softness to it, a kind of silent permission. Not surrender, not desperation, just receptivity. She lets the moment breathe instead of shutting it down. And that matters, because attraction is not just presence. It's relaxed presence. Anyone can be near you and still feel sealed off. But if she's near you and open, that's different. Now you're not reading distance, you're reading comfort. And comfort is rarely accidental, especially with women. Because women notice energy faster than men think. They notice pressure, neediness, social awkwardness, hidden agendas. They feel it almost instantly. So if she stays close and stays calm, that usually means one thing. you feel good to be around. That's the real green light most men are too impatient to understand. Not, she touched my arm once. Not, she laughed at my joke. Not, she texted back with 2 extra letters. It's this. Does she seem to settle when she's around you? Does she stay longer than necessary? Does she make departure feel delayed? That's where attraction becomes visible. And here's the deeper layer. Sometimes she stays close because she wants to be read without having to confess. That's what makes this subtle. A lot of women don't want to risk obvious rejection any more than men do. So instead of declaring interest, they create a pattern you can either notice or miss. They give repeated access, repeated warmth, repeated nearness. They're not saying, I like you. They're saying, I'm still here. That's your clue. Because indifference creates distance. Interest reduces it. Always. Even in quiet people. Even in shy people. Even in women who would never openly flirt in front of others. They still lean in. They still linger. They still stay available. And if you keep missing that, it's usually for one of 2 reasons. Either you're looking for certainty too early, or you're too distracted by surface signals to notice behavioral consistency. Behavior is everything. Anybody can perform chemistry for 10 seconds. Very few people will keep investing proximity if they're not feeling something. That's why the strongest sign isn't intensity. It's repetition. She keeps putting herself in your orbit. That's the pattern. And patterns are harder to fake than moments. Now let's make this more precise. If she stays close but gives short, closed-off responses, she may just be polite. If she stays close but keeps scanning the room, she may be socially parked, not attracted. If she stays close only when it benefits her, attention, convenience, validation, that's not the same thing either. But if she stays close, stays engaged, and seems in no hurry to break the connection, you're no longer dealing with coincidence. You're dealing with preference. And that's the word most men should focus on. Preference. Out of all the people, all the places, all the options in the room, did she keep choosing your side of the moment? That's attraction in one of its purest early forms. Not a confession. A preference. And here's where most men make the wrong move. They notice the closeness, get excited, and immediately try to force a result. They rush. They overtalk. They perform. They start trying to prove themselves. That kills the exact thing that was working. Because the power of her staying close is not that you finally have permission to chase. It's that you now have permission to slow down. That's the insider truth. When a woman keeps herself close to you, she is not asking for pressure. She is testing how safe it feels to remain there. Read that again. She's not just showing attraction. She's measuring your self-control. Can you notice without lunging? Can you hold eye contact without demanding something from it? Can you let tension exist without trying to cash it out too fast? That is where most men fail. They think attraction means go bigger. But women are often asking a different question entirely. Can he handle this well? because closeness creates vulnerability. And how you behave inside that space tells her what kind of man you are. The best response is almost never to intensify immediately. It's to become more grounded, more present, more selective with your words. If she stays close, don't rush to fill the silence. Use it. Let the moment stretch a little. Look at her like you actually noticed. Speak a little lower, a little slower. Make her feel that you're comfortable in the space she created. That's what turns curiosity into chemistry. And that's the payoff most men never get, because they burn the moment trying to confirm it. So yes, if she stays close, she probably likes you. But the real sign isn't just that she stayed. It's that she felt safe enough to. And if you understand that, you stop chasing signals like a desperate man. You start reading human behavior like a dangerous one. Quietly, accurately, and right on time.